So I was watching those videos and I'm like, whoa, that's happened to me. And then I looked at the comments, thousands of creators saying the same thing. Well, I thought it was just me. I can see why so many people just quit. If I was doing this to support our family, I'd be in trouble. Now, last summer, I was actually making enough to contribute to my family. This month, I got a check of $225, which took me 2 months to earn that. You have to get up to $100 before it gives you money. So you go from, I was making a good contribution a year ago to, that's what it is. There's all this stuff going on that is new in the algorithm, and AI is now in charge of determining what you have on your home page. How about we have a heart-to-heart? I want to explain something that I discovered yesterday, and maybe it will explain some things to you about what's happening in your YouTube experience. So I've been kind of discouraged, I've been very discouraged lately about what's happening on my channel, how well or poorly the videos are doing. And I'm like, okay, every video is not great, and every video is not going to do the best. That is understandable. But why has everything dropped down so much? I mean, have I just missed the boat? Am I just failing? Is it time for me to quit? Particularly when you compare what's happening this year with last year. I mean, the views are just dropped. And I started noticing on other channels the same thing. Even channels that are really large, what they're doing this year doesn't compare with last year. Yesterday I came across 2 different videos by successful YouTubers. Both of them had almost 1 million subscribers. They have had the same thing happen where it just cratered. I mean, they're like getting 5-10% of the views they used to get. And so they looked into it and they have determined a couple things. One is that AI is now in charge of determining what you have on your home page. So if you're like me and like my husband, your home page has just gone kind of freaky. It's like, where are the people that I subscribe to? Maybe there'll be a little bit, but not much. And there's all of these random videos and topics, and I didn't even watch anything like that. And then if you watch one of those, then your whole feed is flooded with them, and it gets really hard to even see the people you've subscribed to. If you go to the subscribe tab and you start scrolling down there, you won't even see them there necessarily. You know, I go over and I look on the side, and I click on all of those on the side to see if they have any new videos, and there have been a lot of them. Yes, they've had new videos sometimes for a while, and I just didn't see them because YouTube wasn't showing them to me in any way. I have had YouTube unsubscribe me to channels that I've been watching recently. Not even a long time ago, but recently. And it has really frustrated me. But as a creator, then it's really frustrating me because when I've released some videos, there are people that I know from the things that they have said in the past, they would watch those videos. But I think they just don't know those videos existed. And then they said that even if you have the notifications on for that channel, you might get a notification that they've released a video and you might not. There's all this stuff going on that is new in the algorithm, and there's a big shift in July, around July, August, where things really drop down. So I was watching those videos and I'm like, whoa, that's happened to me. And then I looked at the comments, thousands of creators saying the same thing. Well, I thought it was just me. No, that's happened to me too. A lot of people, I just thought I'd quit. Like, nobody knows what to do. And then if anybody has put their viewing experience on restricted, which is something that a user does. It's like if you go to your YouTube account and you go up and there's your picture and you click on that, and there'll be a menu of things that drop down, and one of those is restricted. If you click on restricted, there will be videos that have nothing wrong with them at all completely disappear, and you won't even know. If you look at the creator's channel, you won't even know that they release those videos. And so I haven't checked that for myself. I can't imagine that any of mine would have been restricted. A lot of those people on that thread had checked theirs. There were videos that they'd made, a lot of their recent videos, that didn't even show up, and they couldn't even search them and find them. And it's just explaining so much. And they kept saying over and over, it's because AI has taken over that. And AI just doesn't have it right. Meanwhile, you've got all these creators out here that are getting really discouraged. I have mentioned before, and I've mentioned in a video that's coming out on Friday, which is really good, by the way. It's you're cleaning along with me for an hour, and I worked really hard on that video, and it's really good. I hope you'll watch it because it's really good. In that video, I mentioned this up and down I've had with quitting, and it's that because you get really discouraged. It's like, what's the whole point? You know, you see, you were getting like 69,000 views on videos. Had one that was 127. Pretty common for me to get them in the 10,000s and at least in the mid 1,000s. And then all of a sudden you're getting less than 1,000 views on your videos. You've got over 20,000 subscribers? You mean that there are 19,500 or 19,300 subscribers who just think your videos are awful? You think you've got a creator that's got almost 1 million subscribers and they're only getting 5,000 or 6,000 views on their videos? That doesn't make sense at all. That says that those subscribers are not even seeing their videos. There were a lot of commenters that were saying, I haven't seen any of your videos for a year, and for some reason this has popped up. So I was thinking about what the heck I was doing, and what am I going to do about the situation? Am I just going to say, okay, that's it? Then I had something come over me this morning, and it's like, oh, just do like you did when you started. Just have fun and make videos about any old thing and not worry about if people watch it, because there's a chance nobody will even see it's there to watch. And you know, maybe the variety will make YouTube show different ones to people and they'll know I'm here. So then you have this thing where if you release a video and it does well and you get a lot of subscribers for it, then you'll grow. If you have a video that's not doing well and you don't get subscribers from it, then every afternoon, like clockwork, YouTube cleans the subscriber list. And so every afternoon you will lose subscribers and they'll just go down, down, down. So an only way to overcome that is if you have a video that's doing well, that it overcomes that. And every afternoon I'll just see it going down, and so I just can't take it too seriously. But then you think, I have 20,000 subscribers and only 350 people were interested in that video? Really? Is it that bad of a video? Is it that weird a video? If a video does certain things, then it will go out and it'll do well. So it's like the click-through rate, and then how many people get past 30 seconds, and then how many people stick with the video. So I will have videos that are perfect. High click-through rates, high getting past the 30 seconds, and then they stick through it all the way through the video very well, and YouTube itself will tell me, oh, you know, these are really good, and yet it doesn't push it out and people don't see it. So it's breaking its own rules. Now, I've been part of this test that YouTube's been doing where they've been refining this tool to help give you, as a creator, ideas of what your viewers will watch based on they're watching on your channel and on other channels. And so I've made some of those videos. That 7-day internet fast video that I just did was a video I did that YouTube gave me. And it was an interesting experiment, and I'm really glad I did it. But it hasn't done hardly anything. And YouTube told me, oh, that's going to be really successful. Your viewers are really going to like it. I don't know. So anyway, I thought today, why don't I just go ahead and do what I want? Because if they're not going to do well anyway, if YouTube's not going to show them, then why don't I just do what I want? I really tried, okay, this is it. I told my husband that said, I'm not going to get on my computer. It was the most firm decision I'd ever made about it. And the next day I was so depressed. It's like, what am I going to do for fun? You know, I just always like to do something really creative, and YouTube is creative for me. And I really do enjoy talking to people. So it's just really crazy thing. If I was doing this to support our family, I'd be in trouble. Now, last summer, I was actually making enough to contribute to my family. This month, I got a check of $225, which took me 2 months to earn that. You have to get up to $100 before it gives you money. So you go from, I was making a good contribution a year ago, to That's what it is. And I've heard of them doing this awful thing where if somebody doesn't have 1,000 subscribers yet so that they can become monetized, then YouTube will be pushing them out. They're doing really well and they're starting to feel really good about things. And then it slows down like crazy before 1,000 and they just can't get past that. So I don't know if that's true. We're going to do more of these where you're just following me around and I'm talking to you and we're saying life. And today, as you can see, getting ready. I put on a cute shirt because I'm going to do that. Oh my gosh, I want that sweater again. Oh, I'm too easily influenced by other people. And I really got the idea I needed to do that. I don't know, I'm telling you what was in this video is coming up, so I need to stop talking about it. So I still declutter, but I just think about it a lot more before I actually do it. Then she had a lot of tattoos all over her and a lot of words that I couldn't read. And I was wanting to ask her, what does that say? What does that mean? I don't even feel that this is on. You can't just brighten my face up. Really punch your lips up. For me, it just gets rid of the lines. Okay, I'm going to do my hair. That's as much hair as some people have on their entire head. Now I have to curl it. Ugh, I have such a mane of hair. I can see why so many people just quit. They don't always say they're quitting. They just kind of do a quiet quitting where they're just not there anymore. And I've thought about it. But honestly, I miss you guys, the ones who talk to me, who see it. So I've had this one and I've never worn it. Tell me, do you think that looks too dorky? I think it'd be good for church, but I haven't worn it to church. There's something about this one. Maybe I ought to try wearing it and then I can make a decision. Can I bend it out? Oh yeah, I can, but I bend it out too far. Okay, that's all right. Do you like that? I've been spending a lot of time on Pinterest lately. Be kind bucket list to your self-care ideas. I'll zoom in up in this one because I'm having a bad day. No. What kind of things do you do when you're having a bad day or you're feeling discouraged? Do you have any tips or things that you do that always make you feel better? Tell me what you think about this whole problem I've got with YouTube. If it were you, would you give up? If it were you, would you keep going? And could you overcome the idea that chances are you won't get a lot of views on the videos, or sometimes you will, and you just have no idea. It's not working really hard and researching and finding ideas, and even ideas that YouTube is giving me that says, oh, a lot of your viewers will really like, and they watch other videos like this, and here's a unique idea that goes with that. I've been really involved in this research thing that they're doing, and the developers of YouTube are doing, and they've been giving me a lot of really interesting ideas. But at this point, I have no real feeling that even if I make those videos that things are going to change because of what they're doing. You know, AI, not the same as people. They might have programmed AI with what they wanted to begin with, but it feels to me like AI is just run amok. I mean, have people that I watch that every video that they would put out would get hundreds of thousands of views all the time. And their videos are just as good as always. And now they're getting down to the tens of thousands. So that's a huge drop for them. And there have been people who've had millions of views and they're now getting like in the tens of thousands. That's just like crazy. And if you think that I had a stretch there where I was getting in the tens of thousands and now videos are getting less than 1,000, it's kind of good to know that it's just not me, because you think it's you, and it can make you feel like you're failing. It's kind of sad because I know there are people out there who would still watch my videos if they knew I was publishing them. I mean, like, they were good friends and really good fans and really talked to me, and it's hard to think that over 19,000 people have just gone completely missing, because it seems like if they just didn't like me, they would have all unsubscribed. You know what I mean? Or a lot of them would have. It wouldn't be like, oh, I'm losing 3 or 4 every day in the afternoon when YouTube is cleaning things out. but it would be like, oh yeah, I'm really not interested in that. And there would be like 10,000. Or they're really offended by a comment or a post I made in the community page or a video. I would have 10,000 or 5,000 unsubscribe all at once. That has never happened to me. But just those people are missing. I've always really hated the idea of blaming the algorithm. But I just know for myself as a viewer that YouTube's homepage has changed so much that I am now watching more other streaming services more than I have for the last few years. At one point, YouTube was experimenting with my homepage, with only giving me 2 lines, and it was so awful, and I couldn't see anything, couldn't find anything, that I wrote a really nasty gram to their support the next day, and it was fixed back to the normal thing. So they are testing. And maybe if I wrote another nasty gram about, what have you done to my homepage? I'm not seeing the people I like to watch. I don't see the topics I like to watch. Maybe they would undo what they're doing. I don't know. Meanwhile, it's just causing me to go elsewhere to watch TV more. Maybe other people are doing the same thing. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do as a creator and hoping that I can connect with people. If you have any ideas for me, I'd love to hear them. I think I gotta hurry quick, edit it and get it up. I have to go pick up my granddaughter from school. I have to leave at 1. I'm going to see how fast I can edit this. I'm going to try to come on here more regularly, so you might see me the next day. You'll definitely see me on Friday with that video that's an hour and 10 minutes long, and it's really good video. It's a good video. It's really good. I'm proud of that video. I worked really hard on it, and I think it's fun, and if you want to clean along, it's a good format. I've never seen that format before, and okay, get off this way and edit.